Okay, staying healthy as you age. So if that sounds of interest to you, let's go a little bit more deeper in terms of, does purpose matter to you? Does sustaining your health and longevity to maximize the fulfillment of your purpose inspire you? If it does, I would invite you to participate in the following educational program. And the title is Conscious Healthy Aging, Sustaining Your Reason for Being. So if you look at it in terms of this, if you can be on the same page with me, then I think this educational program will be for you. So first off, your reason for being. And right here, I depict basically a sun or a light. So the essence, going back to my work as a chiropractor, the essence of chiropractic is our innate intelligence coming out, but another name for innate intelligence I like to use is innate essence. And my sensing is the innate essence of all of us is light, the essence of light. Now, there was a biophysicist, Fritz Popp, who actually looked at that in a scientific way and saying that actually the substance of our bodies is actually star substance, sun substance. So you think about the essence of our being is light, and our purpose is for that light to get out into the world. But for that light to get out into the world, the essence of ourselves, it has to come through an aligned heart. Now, my work with heart math recognizes that when our heart is actually in proper coherence or proper heart rate variability rhythms, it sets up a pattern where we can actually receive something of, you can say, something of our true selves into the feeling of our heart. We may not have so much a conscious awareness of that, but there's a feeling of actually invigoration, of purpose, of strength, of affirmment. And it's a matter of aligning our heart and our conscious mind. So once our heart is aligned, you can say physiologically, emotionally, then it allows for something to filter into our minds, into our conscious mind. And I like to look at it in terms of our conscious mind. If we make things simple in our lives, I remember when I was 12 years old, I remember if I can just keep things simple in my life, I think my life would be well off as I age, even at 12 years old, way back when. But to simplify things for a conscious mind, it has one primary responsibility, and that's to keep our heart fixed in patterns that allow for that essence of our being to begin to be felt into our hearts, and then the awareness of what would filter into our minds accordingly in terms of actually perspective, understanding, seeing something greater, seeing possibilities, and allowing that to happen. So far, a pillar of the course would be your reason for being, your purpose, then looking to see what it takes to align our heart and our conscious mind, and then looking at caring for a physical body. So taking it from the top down. In chiropractic, we also use the term above, down, inside, out. So above, down, inside, out, in terms of actually what does it take then for our bodies to be healthy? And you think, if we don't have a sense of purpose, we kind of like default to patterns in the world of not actually taking care of ourselves. But this is why I've positioned it in terms of above, down, inside, out, where we have to affirm a purpose that gives us the reason for our being, which gives us our conscious mind, you can say a sensing of right choices. And those right choices then can assist our bodies to be healthy. So in terms of caring for our physical body, we look at foundational lab assessments to actually see where you are physiologically, checking for foundational blood work, CBC, looking at your conventional blood work and seeing where you're at with that. There's also other testing that can see a little bit more deeper in terms of looking to see how your intestine's working, if you're building up actually antibodies to your brain, neurological type antibody testing is to look for predictive antibodies to see if what you're experiencing now or what you're choosing for lifestyle choices that would actually cause certain things to happen later in your life that aren't the healthiest. So we get into looking at fundamental lifestyle choices, reviewing those and seeing what it takes to keep them right accordingly. And then natural support. So the way I see it is that supplementation is very helpful in the world, and you want to see what supplements you may need according to these assessments and what supplements can support your lifestyle choices. Then I also like using something called microcurrent, and there's forms of microcurrent. I use a particular one that actually can assist the body with joint pains that come along. And say, as we do age, we might develop certain joint pains. We want a natural type approach rather than trying to take ibuprofen for the concerns we may have. But also microcurrent can be also helpful to, you can say, wake up the brain, to charge the brain. So we'll look to introduce that a little bit more. And then lastly, for one of the pillars of the course is a community, a sense of belonging, playing our part with others. And I don't know if you've read the book Blue Zones, I've heard of that, where it's a study on various populations in the world. And they look to see where folks live to be a good old age. And there's various factors. Some places the water is good, some places the air is good, but they found one fundamental common factor in the blue zones in terms of why people live or relate to why they live as long as they do. And that is a sense of community, a sense of belonging. And when we have that, then we recognize more in terms of the part we can play in our worlds. So that's the pillar. Pillar number one, your reason for being in purpose. 2, aligning your heart and mind and conscious, aligning your heart and conscious mind. 3, caring for your physical body, and then a community's sense of belonging. So those are the 4 main areas of the course. So if this rings with you, great. You deserve to say yes to actually moving along in this course. And if it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. You know, I'm looking for folks who can relate to what I'm saying here. And those are the folks I sense need to be in the class and would benefit very much and actually would very much enjoy it and find a greater sense of satisfaction and actually fulfillment with it. So are you aging confidently, or are you bought into a getting old mentality? Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to stop the getting old mentality and embrace aging with confidence. In 6 weeks, craft your personal conscious healthy aging blueprint so you can feel youthful and vibrant as you enjoy sustaining a purposeful life. Some details related to it: it's a 6-week online conscious healthy aging group program. It begins Thursday, February 17th at 7:30, and we'll meet for about an hour. I try to keep the time succinct, especially in the evening times. And it's a beta program. So a beta program, to begin with, I priced the fee at $297. And as I move along with this, and I plan to do more, the price will increase. But as an initial program and for your participation, I'm offering at a fee of $297. Now, early bird enrollment fee, if you enroll by January 31st, it's $197. Now, or donation offering. Now, if you really feel compelled to be in this course, and even if $197 is beyond your means, let's have a conversation about that. And I'd be glad to enter you into that course with you paying according to your means. So let's not let finances hold anyone back. And lastly, student enrollment is limited. I'll have a link forthcoming, so a link you can see a little bit more about the course, or you can contact me at Dr. Steve. You have my email, drsteveventola@mindspring.com, and I'll have that in a link so you can check that out too. Okay, so if this interests you, I'd love to have you. If it doesn't, that's great, because again, I'm looking for folks who are interested in this. So let me know. You can contact me and we'll be in touch some more. Appreciate the time with you. And we'll stop the recording.